Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today, driving home on another good day. Sent in a special big order to get ready for the big game coming up this weekend, the Super Bowl with the Eagles and the Chiefs. You got to think that only 2 years ago, this was the Super Bowl. It's basically a rematch, a lot like the Niners and the Chiefs were. Last time the Chiefs came up out on top, 38-35. Very, very narrow victory. I'll tell you the truth, though. When I look back in my mind, I kind of think that the Eagles won that Super Bowl. Whenever I'm thinking about the Eagles, I kind of think they got one under their belt. And the only other Super Bowl I can remember them being in is the one where Terrell Owens was saying that Donovan McNabb was throwing up in the huddle because he couldn't handle his nerves in the huddle as they were driving down trying to win that game. So I don't know why I remember it. I don't know if with that narrow of a victory, if the Chiefs kicked a field goal to win it. I know that I watched that Super Bowl. I'm sure that I had fun. Would have had more fun if my Niners were in there. But, of course, that was the year that Brock Purdy in his rookie season went to the NFC Championship. But he got injured. He hurt his shoulder. He couldn't throw the ball. And then the backup to Brock Purdy was already our number 3 quarterback of the season. Our backup quarterback, because they did not listen to me and signed Baker Mayfield when he got released by the Panthers. He ended up going to the Rams. Our backup to the backup that floated around. He's been like everybody's emergency quarterback in the league. He ended up getting a concussion, so Brock Purdy had to go back in, even though he couldn't throw the ball, and just keep handing it off to Christian McCaffrey over and over and over again, trying to see if Christian McCaffrey could find some magic. But when the Eagles realized that he couldn't throw the ball, I mean, they just stuffed that line time after time, and we were just basically trying to take time off the clock to just end it because we couldn't throw the white flag and throw it out there. But I don't know. I have a hard time rooting for the Eagles. I really do believe that I'm hoping that Saquon Barkley wins the MVP. I really believe that our running back has been the MVP of the NFL the last 2 seasons, and he has not really got the recognition for it. Saquon Barkley this year, Christian McCaffrey last year. But it's a quarterback league. They got to give that MVP to somebody that they can put on a Wheaties box, slap them on the next year's worth of commercials, and just hope for the best. The Chiefs are a really, really good team. I mean, some people say that I'm tired of the Chiefs. They've been there forever. They need to go away. I'm saying, honestly, when you're thinking about what we're going to be talking about in like 10 years, being like how good this Chiefs defense really is without you really knowing anybody's name on that defensive side. People are going to be talking about how great Patrick Mahomes was, how good Travis Kelce was as a tight end, how basically no matter what receiver they brought in with name value, the guys at the bottom of the roster always seemed like they were the best guys on the team. I really think that if I suited up for the Chiefs and I ran a couple routes, I'd catch a couple balls. Mahomes would find a way for me to get that ball. I think that guy just had special powers. I just can't root for the Eagles. I don't really have a reason why I hate them. If it was like the dust up on the sideline with Big Dom in the 49ers defense, the coach bugs the shit out of me. There was honestly at one point I was really thinking that he was going to get fired, and I think he was more out of spite for me more than anything else. The thing I love about Philadelphia sports fans, doesn't matter, is the Phillies, the Eagles, the 76ers. I'm trying to think. Oh, the Flyers. Philadelphia hates all their players. They will sit around with other Philly fans talking about how much they hate these guys and how bad they suck. But the second you just try to come in on the conversation, even if you're trying to stick up for their guy a little bit, they turn it on you. Almost like they suckered you in there to join in their conversation just so they can turn it on whoever your team is or whatever your city is. But I'm honestly hoping for a big game. I know that at my house we are going to have a Chiefs fan in attendance. I don't know. It's more than just Taylor Swift out there. I think that team's a really, really good team. The one team that I think a lot of people are relating the Chiefs to is the Patriots and how they built their dynasty there. I know the dynasty didn't go forever, but if you think about the greatest show on turf with the St. Louis Rams, I know they went to a Super Bowl. I think they went to one, won it, and then they lost one, and then I think it was over. It seemed like it lasted longer, but I think the Chiefs are a better version of that. I really wouldn't match them up to the Patriots, although I know for as good as that offense is, and they really move the football a lot, and it doesn't really matter who does it one week and the next week. They don't really have like a cookie cutter offense that they just kind of like just control C, control V every week out there. It's kind of like they find a way to get it done. I don't know. I think the defense doesn't get as much knowledge as they should out there. I think the Chiefs got a really good D. In my Pick'em League, it will be the last game of the season. I don't know what place I will fall in. When I get home, I'll be making sure that I mark the Chiefs to win, and it'll finish out, and then we can crown a victor for this year. But it's going to be a good game. Should have lots more food than we need. Should be having some nachos and maybe some meatball subs and some chicken wings and this, that, and the other. I know my girlfriend will make it a 5-star event where they will be like, spread after spread after spread. And you just got to hope, as somebody who doesn't have a dog in the fight that's going to be watching the game, that it's going to be one that's good all the way until the end. Like I said earlier, last one, final score was 38-35, so I would take your overs. Saquon Barkley, I'm really hoping for a big game. He's had a lot of big rushing days where, you've matched the over. You've won more than you lost, so I'm looking forward to that one. Other than that, I just want a game that I can watch the commercials all the way through and be excited about, and then start thinking about what the Niners are going to do in the offseason with the draft, with the free agency, and just get better to the point where next year can have the same hope that I had this year, Niners Super Bowl. Peace out.